was always frustrating to me that James Cameron decided to do 4 back-to-back Avatar movies, since that's the world of his that I would least like him to return to.
We should be happy that this iconic filmmaker has creative control beyond his wildest dreams, especially when said iconic filmmaker, funnily enough, has made some of the most iconic films of all time. Meanwhile, he has innovated the technology used to make films with pretty much every film he's ever made. But a lot of people are so ungrateful when it comes to James Cameron and the Avatar film. Let me enlighten you. A lot of these people think that they would prefer the reality where James Cameron never made the Avatar film. I would argue that there's a good reason that reality doesn't exist, because these Avatar films are so personal to him as a person. That's what personal means. There was never going to be a reality where they don't exist, or where he didn't at least try to make them. I just wish the love for these movies was louder, because there's definitely lots of people who love them, but I think the overwhelming consensus on the internet is that they're just visual spectacles that have little to offer in terms of substance, which I just think is wrong.
Of course, the special effects and visuals are just as incredible as they are in the first 2 films. Feels like you're watching the same story and same events over and over again.
Obviously, people are entitled to not like the films, I'm not saying that, but whether you like the Avatar films or not, you can't deny that what makes the Avatar films Avatar is James Cameron. Without sounding like too much of a pretentious film student, film and art in general is this deeply personal, beautiful thing. So I've always believed that the full creative control should be in the hands of the artists making these films. I'm obviously not saying that Cameron should ignore collaborators on his films, and I'm sure he doesn't do that. I'm just saying that the money people and the producers should stay out of the art. And more importantly, we as an audience shouldn't say what an artist should or shouldn't make. We shouldn't encourage them into certain directions when it strays from what they actually deeply, personally want to make, if that makes any sense. Cameron could have very easily said, despite obviously the overwhelming amount of money these films made, he could have quite easily gone, well, they don't want me to make more Avatar films, despite this being what I want in my heart to tell. And he might have gone on and made Terminator 6 or whatever. If we as an audience keep going down this path, then we will discourage the next James Cameron from making the next Terminator. We'll discourage the next George Lucas from making the next Star Wars, because we just want the same stuff that we got in the past. And I think James Cameron was right to put his foot down and make these movies the way he wanted to make them. Because the scariest thing to me about this is the idea of an artist being told their story isn't worth telling when it is the one they yearn to tell the most. So follow the video.